Welcome to the Dungeon Brew Coffee Tavern, where every cup tells a story, and every story starts with a sip. Join us on a journey of adventure, camaraderie, and of course, the finest brews, served hot and steeped in mystery. From dragons to ancient legends, we're brewing up more than just coffee. Today's tale begins at the ancient Crossroads, where past and future meet. The crew must stand together or see everything they've built burn to ash. In the heart of the forest, rogues twisted by magic return, not for gold, but for power. But before we dive into today's adventure, a quick word from our sponsor.
Welcome, adventurers, to the Dungeon Brew Coffee Tavern, where every cup is a quest and every sip a story. Start your day with the boldness of rogues rolling thunder, Guatemalan beans aged in whiskey barrels, delivering a brew as daring as a rogue's escapade. For those with a sweet tooth, Bard's-inspired hazelnut offers a harmonious fusion of rich hazelnut and decadent chocolate, reminiscent of a bard's sweet serenade. Not a coffee connoisseur? Our artisan teas, like the delicate moonlit jasmine or the comforting cider harvest, promise a journey through flavors both exotic and familiar. Craving something enchanting? Dreamspell chai awaits, blending bold spices into a potion that stirs both body and soul. Join the Dungeon Brew crew and wear your passion proudly with our exclusive gear. Embark on your flavor adventure today at dungeonbrewcoffee.com. Dungeon Brew Coffee, brewing with initiative, rolling with life.
Now, grab your mug, settle in, and get ready for the next chapter in our brewing saga. Episode 31, Trouble at the Crossroads. The sun hangs just past its zenith, casting long shadows from the trees that frame the old crossroads. The smell of roasted beans and warming spices drifts from the tavern nestled snug against the tree line. Inside and out, all seems calm, for now.
One log at a time. No magic. No monsters. Just honest work.
Chamomile golden root. Where did Java, have you seen the oak leaf tincture?
Check the second shelf. I moved it to keep it out of Nived's spice storm.
Needs more warmth. Maybe a pinch of smoked crimson root.
You're going to set your eyebrows on fire again.
They grow back with style.
A sharp rhythm breaks the afternoon's peace, hooves pounding hard against packed earth.
That's not right.
Horse without a rider. And blood on the saddle. That's no farm accident.
Hold steady. Let me check the air. No lingering magic on the horse. Panic pain, but not cursed.
You think it bolted from a fight?
There was fear in its breath. Something familiar in its scent.
Several long minutes pass. Then, a figure emerges, limping, soot-smudged, cloak torn like it had been caught on branches and claws alike.
Ambushed, just off the old wood trail. They didn't want coin. Said something about unfinished business. There was magic, twisting things.
Unfinished business? The weave recoils from the trail. Threads fray in places they should not. This was no mere robbery.
We move. Now.
Java, stay sharp. There's twisted magic involved. We may need to burn it out from the root.
There's something in the air, like burnt iron and vinegar? No, cloves. But wrong.
Then it's a good thing I've got a blend for magical corruption.
The moment shifts. From a day of quiet chores and spices to one of blade, flame, and shadows. The road may twist away from the crossroads, but the danger has come far too close to home. The forest looms like a forgotten memory, dense, thick with undergrowth, where twisted roots curl like sleeping serpents beneath leaf-littered soil. What was once a cart path now looks more like a game trail, long untouched by merchant wheels or casual feet. Only the hesitant shuffle of the wounded traveler's prints disturbed the muddy verge.
This isn't just any trail. Used to be called the Elder's Road. Abandoned when things got strange.
Strange like talking raccoons or strange like body-snatching illusions?
Wouldn't joke just yet, Patch. Not sure it's connected to this, but we don't know what we're walking into.
The group moves cautiously, Java darts ahead, barely making a sound despite the brush. Nived trails near Patches, muttering to himself as he examines the edge of the trail, tiny spice vials clinking from his belt. Bradicus, ever the rear guard, keeps a weathered hand on the hilt of his blade, eyes scanning the canopy as much as the road. Fate walks silently among them, her presence almost ethereal, eyes focused not on the path but on threads unseen.
Stop.
He stands near the edge of a shallow ravine, nostrils twitching as his long tail curls forward slightly, alert.
That smell again. Burnt leather, bitter oil, smoke. It's wrong. It doesn't belong here.
You recognize it?
Familiar. Old. But misplaced, like a childhood lullaby sung in the voice of an enemy.
Before anyone can respond, the trees open up into a small clearing. What remains of the traveler's cart lies strewn across the forest floor, wood splintered, wheels cracked, canvas singed but not consumed by flame. Boxes lie open, their contents half spilled and half charred. What's left behind is curious. No coin, no valuables, but small sacks of grain, books, and a broken luthier's case still cradle a splintered instrument.
No one came for loot. This wasn't robbery. It was display. Intention.
Look here. The axles weren't broken, they were shattered inward. Like something leapt down on it. From above.
Even the forest quiet seems unnatural now. Birdsong has vanished. The air feels taut, pulled thin like stretched parchment.
There's something here. A marking etched too deep for accident.
Patches steps back, revealing an arcane symbol gouged into the bark. It pulses faintly, more a shadow in the air than visible glow, unstable, raw.
This isn't natural casting. Someone forced a conduit open. They used power, but like a child wielding fire with bare hands.
Pepperroot ash, that's what taints the air. Someone laced this grove with a magical snare.
No sooner has he spoken than a faint shimmer flares in the underbrush. A spray of burning dust erupts, but Nived leaps into motion. A twist of his spice pouch, a murmured word, and the air sizzles with savory magic, smoke clears.
Sloppy. Someone's been taught, but not well. Or not long.
Or they wanted us to find it.
Trap wasn't meant to kill. Just to warn. Or wound enough to send a message.
And the message is, we're not done.
The group stands among the ruined cart and still smoldering remnants. The unease is not from what they find, but from what they don't. No signs of beasts. No signs of struggle. Only precision. Calculation. And silence.
This wasn't a beast. This wasn't even a bandit. It's someone or something, with purpose.
Above them, a crow calls once, harsh, sudden, and is gone. Behind them, the woods seem to shift ever so slightly, like something unseen just exhaled. And ahead, deeper in the forest, the old trail waits, vanishing into shadows. The twisted trail wound deeper into the forest, narrowing with every step. Branches arched low, clung like gnarled fingers overhead. The air thickened, not with fog, but with a heavy silence that muffled even the birds.
Same scent. Burnt leather. Bitter oil. Bone smoke.
Someone was dragged. Could be the merchant's guard. Could be bait.
Or both.
Fate's voice drifted like a ripple in thought, her fingertips gliding over bark and roots, as if reading their memories.
There's pain laced in the roots here. A memory scorched into the land.
They rounded the next bend, and there it was. A crumbling hunter's outpost, slumped against a blackened pine. Moss swallowed the once proud stonework. Its roof sagged, half-caved. The scent of old ash lingered. Patches crouched low, feline ears twitching. One palm pressed flat to the soil.
No sounds inside, but something seeped into the floor.
Bradicus moved without a word, sword in hand, posture shifting to silent guard. Java crept behind, wings tucked, eyes sharp. Nived swept to the side, tossing Immerut dust into the air, a detection spell. No alarms triggered. But the wrongness remained. Inside, dim light bled through broken slats. Dust hung in the air like forgotten whispers. Along the inner walls, frantic charcoal markings. Jagged wards. Not for protection, but something darker.
Dark root oil. Forged bone. Not fresh, but not old enough to fade either.
That smell, it was here. That night. The siege.
Then the air shifted. The temperature dropped. And from the rafters, they came. Cloaked figures dropped in practiced synchronicity. Not bandits. Not raiders. Assassins.
Circle up.
Java launched a burst of scalding steam, driving back a masked attacker. Nived hurled a blend of ember spice and ash, the air filled with choking smoke. Then it struck. A bolt of unstable magic shattered the side wall, flinging Nived into a collapsed beam. From the haze emerged a gaunt figure, skin ash gray, tattoos glowing like molten runes etched into his arms.
You brew dreams, feed on nightmares. Let me show you what wakes in the dark.
Java leapt, but another figure stepped from the smoke behind the mage, voice laced with venom.
You kept the tavern last time, but now, I, Marith, have been reborn.
The name struck like a hammer. Marith. Once a petty thug, arrogant, reckless, now scarred by fire, his face twisted, one eye clouded and armor scorched.
You brought this scent. That night. You burned the alleyways. You boiled the rain.
We also found the root beneath your little tavern, and we watered it in fire.
The fight exploded. Flame licked the walls. Bradicus slammed one foe back with his shield, spun to knock another off balance. Patches danced beneath the strike, claws flaring with healing light that stung like countercurse.
Citrus and silver root. Fate blind them.
A wave of enchanted mist erupted, thick and sweet, laced with Nived's concoction. The cloaked foes faltered, coughing, eyes burning. Java surged toward Marith, but the rogue only smirked, backflipping into the smoke.
We're not done. Next time, you burn.
And just like that, they were gone. Only scorched earth remained. And the bitter stench of oil, smoke, something far more sinister. The road back to the tavern is walked in silence. The party moves not in fear, but in wait. Each step is a return, not just to shelter, but to purpose. The once abandoned tavern now breathes again, alive with old magic and new resolve. Smoke curls from the hearth chimney, signaling a fragile but standing sanctuary amid deepening shadows.
They've changed. It's not just discipline or training. Something fed them power.
The magic residue, it wasn't merely taught, clung to them. It moved with them, like it knew what it wanted. That's not spellcraft, that's parasitic.
The tavern glows warmer than usual, but the comfort is deceptive. There's a sharpness in the air, like sparks floating just above kindling. Bandages wrap over bruises and burns. A sharp smell of salve mixes with the scent of fire-roasted chicory and cedar.
They're not coming back just to finish a fight. They believe this place gives them power. And maybe they're not wrong.
The fire flickers, casting shifting shadows over the mismatched mugs and makeshift tables. The room still bears scars from the siege long ago, a cracked beam above the hearth, claw marks on the back of the cellar door.
This crossroads was always more than symbolic. Lines converge here, lay, spirit, memory. But it's not the roads that empower it. It's the place itself. This tavern breathes with something older.
The group exchanges looks. Fatigue lines their faces, but behind the weariness is resolve. They've seen what's coming. Now they prepare. Bradicus shoulders a thick spool of rope and a satchel of iron nails. Outside, under the moon's indifferent gaze, he walks the forest perimeter. He places sharpened stakes in shadowed gullies, strings tripwires with cowbells and rusted pans.
You want the hearth? Come earn it through thorn and teeth.
Nived works by the cold counter near the back of the tavern, tail swishing with concentration. He lays down circles made of crushed star anise, black salt, smoked paprika, and dried rosemary, each enchanted with a shimmer of firelight.
You like fire? Let's see how you like it turned against you.
Java moves silently through the rafters and wall crevices. His small claws etch protective runes between floorboards and tabletops. Unlike Nived's bold defense, his magic is quiet, misdirection, reflection, confusion.
Let their spells get lost in the aroma of roasted beans and aged wood.
In the cellar, Patches stockpiles dried herbs, poultices, and water skins. She clears a narrow space behind the shelves, an improvised retreat chamber no larger than a closet, but insulated and safe.
If civilians stumble through this, they'll have a place to hide. Quiet corner. Not everyone survives by fighting.
The tavern is calm. Not peaceful, never that, but aware. Every creak of timber feels deliberate. Every shadow holds breath. The companions gather once more at the long table, lit by the hearth's low glow and the last of the starlight filtering through high windows.
We won't lose this place. Not to them. Not to anyone.
Night falls like a velvet curtain, folding the Crossroads and tavern in darkness thick as spilled ink. The wind hums low, carrying the scent of smoke, spice, and something darker still. Torches flare as figures emerge from the tree line, more numerous, more desperate, their eyes alight with cruel fire and shadow. The rogues return, transformed. Hardened by flames and tempered by dark magic. The ground beneath them seems to pulse with that same volatile energy, as if the Crossroads itself shudders under their boots.
Positions. Hold the line.
Bradicus meets the first wave, a lead rogue, swift and vicious, eyes gleaming beneath a battered helm. The two circle, muscles coiled and ready, weapons flashing in the torchlight. Using the curve of the land and the throw of his weight, Bradicus dodges a wild slash, twisting low. He drives his blade upward, sending the rogue crashing against a jagged boulder.
Not today.
Nived stands firm near the tavern's edge, fingers tracing glowing symbols in the air. A fire mage coils, preparing a burning blast, but Nived's spices swirl in a cyclone of sharp citrus and black pepper, warping the flames into a spiraling inferno that turns inward. The mage stumbles back, singed and cursing as his own fire scorches the ground beneath him.
You play with fire like a child playing with knives.
From the smoke and shadow, Java darts, a blur of ebony scales and fierce eyes. His breath unleashes a hidden blend, cold brew mist swirling with the rich scent of roasted beans, thick with illusions. The rogues falter, their formation fracturing as phantom doubles rise and vanish, voices echoing with whispered taunts only Java can conjure.
Confusion is a weapon, and I wield it well.
In the chaos, Fate and Patches move as one. Fate's hands weave protective wards that shimmer like morning dew, while Patches darts through the melee, stitching wounds and dulling pain with gentle, practiced hands.
Hold fast, we're not done yet.
Together. Always.
From the smoky haze, Marth emerges, no longer the brash rogue but a predator shaped by fire and vengeance. His eyes glint cold beneath a jagged scar, every movement precise and lethal. He locks gaze with Java.
This is no longer your home to claim.
It is. And you'll never take it.
The mage's fire spirals out of control, wild, consuming, hungry. It surges toward the heart of the Crossroads, threatening to burn the very ground beneath the tavern's feet. Fate reacts instantly. With practiced grace, she traces an ancient grounding rune, one drawn from the pantry's deepest magic. The earth hums and glows as the burning energy is drawn down and spread safely into the soil, snuffed without harm.
Not here. Not tonight.
With their advantage lost, the rogues break, some melting back into the dark woods, others fleeing in desperate chaos. Marth stumbles, wounded and furious, before vanishing in a swirl of smoky shadow, leaving behind only the faintest echo of a curse. The night grows still again. Smoke drifts lazily from trampled brush and singed earth. The Crossroads and the tavern stand battered but unbroken. Within their walls, the crew gathers, hearts pounding but unyielding. They have fought, They have survived. And the fight for their home will go on. The fire is low, the mugs are empty, and tonight's tale has come to an end. But the journey is far from over. Thank you for gathering with us at Dungeon Brew Coffee Tavern, where adventure brews with every sip. Join us next time as new challenges arise, mysteries deepen, and the magic of the tavern unfolds. If you enjoyed this taste of adventure, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a new episode. We'll save a seat for you at the tavern. See you soon.